morning, children. Today we shall be learning chapter number 5 in history, the foundation of the Swaraj. Now, before we move into the chapter, let's first understand what is the meaning of Swaraj. Swaraj can generally mean self-governance or self-rule. In the first half of the 17th century, an epoch-making personality emerged in Maharashtra. He was none other than Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Now, what is the meaning of an epoch-making personality? It is someone who marks the beginning of a distinctive period in history. And Shivaji Maharaj was one such example. Now, children, in the previous chapter, we had learnt that before the birth of Shivaji, there were other oppressive powers ruling in the region of Maharashtra, such as the Adil Shahi, Nizam Shahi, Mughals, and other foreign powers. Shivaji wanted freedom, he wanted self governance for the people of his region. And he was able to do so. He was able to establish Swaraj by challenging the unjust ruling powers here. Shivaji Maharaj was born at the Shivneri fort near Junar in Pune district on the day of Falgun Vaidya Tritiya in the Shaka year 1551, that is, on 19th February 1630. In this chapter, we will study how he founded Swaraj. Now, Shahaji Raje, the father of Shivaji Maharaj, was a pre-eminent Sardar in the Deccan, where the meaning of pre-eminent is someone who is more important or better than others, and the meaning of Sardar is a leader. So Shahaji Raje was the best leader in the region of Deccan. The Deccan is the southern part of Maharashtra. During this time, the Mughals had launched a campaign to conquer the Nizam Shahi kingdom. The meaning of the word campaign is a series of planned activities that are intended to achieve a particular aim. Now, what was the aim of the Mughals? The aim of the Mughals was to take over the region of Nizam Shah, which is the region of Ahmednagar, and it was the Adil Shahi power of Bijapur that was supporting the Mughals to make their campaign successful. The Adil Shah of Bijapur allied with the Mughals in this campaign, where the meaning of allied means joined or to become one with. Shahaji Maharaj did not wish the Mughals to get an entry into the south, and so he tried to save the Nizam Shahi by offering stiff resistance to the Mughals, where the meaning of stiff resistance is to firmly oppose. But he could not withstand the combined might of the Mughals and the Adil Shah, where the meaning of could not withstand is could not resist. Shahaji could not continue to oppose the Mughal entry to the south, as the joint forces of the Mughals and Adil Shah was too strong for him to defeat, and therefore the Nizam Shahi was defeated, and the power of Nizam Shah came to an end in the year 1636. After the Nizam Shahi was wiped out, Shahaji Raje became a Sardar of the Adil Shah of Bijapur, the region comprising Pune, Supe, Indapur, and Chakan Parganas, located between the Bhima and Neera rivers, was vested in Shahaji Raje as a Jagir, where the meaning of Jagir is the right to enjoy the revenue of a region. The Sardars in the service of rulers used to get the revenue of a region as income instead of getting their salaries directly. The region was chosen in such a way that the revenue would be equal to the salary. This was continued by the Adil Shah, and so he granted the Jagir of Bengaluru and the neighboring areas in Karnataka to Shahaji Raje. In this passage, we will get to know some facts about Shahaji Maharaj. Shahaji Raje was valiant, courageous, intelligent, and a great political expert, where the meaning of valiant is someone possessing or showing courage or determination. He was an excellent archer. An archer is a person who shoots with a bow and arrow. He was also an expert in using the sword, patta, and spear, which are his weapons. He loved his subjects. He had won many regions in Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. South India was in awe of him. Awe is the feeling of respect and amazement. While Shivaji and Jijabai were at Bengaluru, he had arranged for providing excellent education to Shivaji so as to enable him to become a king. He himself aspired to establish Swaraj, where the meaning of aspired is to hope to achieve by ousting the powers of foreign people. The meaning of ousting means driving out. That is why he is known as a Swaraj visionary. While Shahaji was fighting against the Mughals in the process of Swaraj, he was pursued by a Mughal force, where the meaning of pursued is taken over. And in order to keep his family safe, Shivaji and his mother moved from fort to fort while Shahaji dealt with the oppressing powers. Due to this, Shivaji rarely got to see his father. But in this while, Shahaji had directed Dadoji Kondadev to bring Jijabai and Shivaji from Shivneri to Pune and take care of their expenses. Shivaji spent his formative years at Pune, where the meaning of formative years is the years that Shivaji spent in molding himself into a great king. In this passage, we will get to learn about Veer Mata Jijabai, the mother of Shivaji Maharaj. Jijabai was the daughter of the great Sardar Lakhoji Raje Jadhav of Sindkhed Raja in Buldana district. At a very young age, she had received military training as well as education in various subjects. She helped and encouraged Shahaji Maharaj to realize his dream of establishing Swaraj. She was a competent and visionary political expert, where the meaning of competent is someone having the necessary ability, and the meaning of visionary political expert is someone with a clear political vision of the future. She constantly guided Shivaji in the mission of establishing Swaraj. At times, she undertook the task of giving verdicts for resolving the problems of people, where the meaning of giving verdicts is to make decisions or judgment regarding a particular problem or situation. She was also very particular about giving excellent education to Shivaji. She instilled in him values like modesty, truthfulness, oratory, which is a skill in public speaking, how to be vigilant, courage, and fearlessness. The meaning of vigilant is the act or a state of keeping careful watch for possible danger or difficulties. So, all these were taught by Jijabai to Shivaji. When she saw that Shivaji was trained in the usage of weapons, she inspired in him the will to win and the dream of Swaraj. Following are the companions and associates of Shivaji Maharaj. They are Yesaji Kank, Baji Pasalkar, Tanaji Malusare, Jiva Mahala, Kavji Kondhalkar, Kanhoji Jede, Baji Prabhu Deshpande. On the strength of these associates, Shivaji Maharaj undertook the cause of the Swaraj. So, with these associates, Shivaji started the work of establishing or founding the Swaraj in the Mawal region. Now, the Mawal terrain is full of hills and valleys and is not easily accessible, where the meaning of terrain is a piece of land. Now, the physical features of the Mawal region is full of hills and valleys, due to which one is not able to go there easily. So, in order to lay the foundation of Swaraj in this region, Shivaji had to perfectly study the geographical features of this region and make use of it very skillfully. He had even created a feeling of trust and affection in the minds of many people, and in this way, many companions and associates joined him. Shivaji Maharaj's objective of establishing Swaraj is clearly expressed in his royal seal, the Raj Mudra. The script of the seal is in Devanagari and the language used is Sanskrit. The meaning of this inscription is that this seal, which is a symbol of Swaraj, will grow in splendor. That is, it will be magnificent in appearance, just as the appearance of the new moon. It also states what the seal denotes. The seal states that this seal of Shivaji, son of Shahaji, that receives homage, the meaning of receiving homage is receiving special honor and respect from the whole world, denotes welfare of the people. The meaning of this inscription on the seal is important from different angles. One, Maharaj has expressed his gratitude towards his father. Second, his confidence that Swaraj would expand continuously. Third, his own respect for the seal that Swaraj is for all. Fourth, his commitment to the welfare of his subjects. And lastly, the certainty, his firm conviction of ruling his land independently. Towards the establishment of Swaraj. This passage deals with how Shivaji began establishing Swaraj. Now, the forts that were located in the Jagir of Shivaji were not in his own control, but they were under the control of the Adil Shahi power. The Jagir that Shivaji had are those that Shivaji had inherited from his father Shahaji Raje. Now, in those times, forts were of special significance. Significance means the quality of being worthy. So, forts carried a lot of importance. And if one had forts in a particular region, it was possible to take or have control over the entire region. Now, all the forts in Shivaji's regions were under the Adil Shahi power. Therefore, Shivaji was not able to have a stronghold over his own regions. So, the first thing that Shivaji had to do was to acquire all the forts that were within his own Jagir. And to do so, he would have to challenge the Adil Shahi power. Shivaji became successful in capturing the forts of Torana, Murumdev, Kundhana, and Purandar, and with this he laid the foundation of Swaraj. He repaired the fort of Murumdev and later renamed it as Rajgarh. Rajgarh was the first capital of the Swaraj. There were many Sardars working in the service of Adil Shahi powers who were not happy with the founding of Swaraj, so they opposed it strongly. One such Sardar was Chandra Rao More of Javali. He was a powerful Sardar in the Adil Shahi kingdom. He opposed the founding of the Swaraj. In order to curb this problem, it became necessary for Shivaji to bring these Sardars under control. Otherwise, their rebellion would become an obstacle in the founding of the Swaraj. So Shivaji attacked the region of Javali, captured it, and established his post there. Shivaji got a huge amount of wealth from this region, and so he built the Pratapgarh fort there. In this way, Shivaji's confidence and strength increased after he was successful in this conquest of Javali. After this, Shivaji Maharaj captured Kalyan and Bhivandi on the Konkan coast. There, he came into contact with the Siddhi, the Portuguese and British powers on the western coast. These powers near the seacoast created a lot of obstacles in the work of expanding the Swaraj. Shivaji Maharaj realized that in order to fight these powers, it was necessary to have a strong naval force. Therefore, he concentrated on building a navy. Shivaji Maharaj had started capturing all the forts of his Jagir and also the surrounding area in the Adil Shahi territory. These activities of Shivaji created frustration in the Adil Shahi kingdom. So, in order to stop Shivaji, a powerful and experienced general named Afzal Khan was sent. Soon, a meeting between Shivaji Maharaj and Afzal Khan took place on 10th November 1659 at the foot of the Pratapgarh fort. At the meeting, Afzal Khan attempted treachery. In retaliation, Shivaji Maharaj killed Afzal Khan. Now you must be wondering, what kind of treachery did Afzal Khan attempt? The incident goes like this. Listen carefully. There was going to be a battle near the Pratapgarh fort against the army of Afzal Khan. But Shivaji sent a message that he did not want to fight and was ready for peace. And so a meeting was arranged between Shivaji and Afzal Khan. Afzal Khan came to the meeting, hiding a dagger in his coat, as he had planned to kill Shivaji with his dagger. When he reached there, as a sign of greeting, he went to embrace Shivaji and tried to kill him with the dagger that he carried. But his plan could not succeed, as Shivaji had worn an armor under his clothes. But in retaliation to the attack of Afzal Khan, Shivaji killed him. In this way, Afzal Khan was killed. Soon after, as the armed force of Afzal Khan started to flee, Shivaji traced them. In this battle, many soldiers were wounded. Shivaji Maharaj paid compensation to these soldiers. He also rewarded those who fought well. The soldiers and officers of Afzal Khan's army who fell into the hands of Shivaji Maharaj were given good treatment. The expedition of Siddhi Johar. The meaning of expedition is a journey or voyage made for some specific purpose, as of a war. Now, after the death of Afzal Khan, Shivaji captured other Adil forts such as the fort of Panhala, Vasantgarh and Khelna. He renamed the Khelna fort as Vishalgarh. Now, as time proceeded, Shivaji became a very big challenge before the Adil Shahi. And so once again, in order to stop Shivaji, the Adil Shahi sent another person. He was Siddhi Johar, the Sardar of the Karnal region. Siddhi's associates such as Rustam-e-Jaman, Baji Ghorpade and Afzal Khan's son Fazal Khan were there to help him in his expedition against Shivaji. In these circumstances, Shivaji Maharaj took shelter in the Panhala fort. As soon as the Siddhis learnt that Shivaji was hiding in the Panhala fort, they sent their armies and laid siege to the fort. The meaning of laying siege is a military operation in which enemy forces surround a town or a building. So here the Siddhi army surrounded the Panhala fort. About 5 months had passed. The Siddhis showed no signs of relenting. Showing no signs of relenting means not showing signs of not willing to give up. At this point of time, Shivaji started feeling trapped inside the fort and he wanted to get out. Shivaji's associate Netaji tried to attack the Siddhi army, but he could not succeed. Then Shivaji finally decided to come out and talk with Siddhi. When this happened, the siege that was around the fort began to become inactive. This led to slackness in the siege round Panhalgarh. The meaning of slackness means less active than usual. and Shivaji Maharaj took advantage of this situation. On this occasion, Shiva Kashid, a brave youth, came forward. He resembled Shivaji Maharaj in looks. He dressed up like Shivaji Maharaj and sat in a palanquin. The palanquin left by the Raj Dindi gate. It was soon captured by the Siddhi's army. It was a difficult situation. Shiva Kashid was then beheaded. In this way, he sacrificed himself on this occasion for Swaraj. In the meanwhile, Shivaji Maharaj left the fort using another difficult route. He was accompanied by Baji Prabhu Deshpande, Bandal Deshmukh, and some chosen soldiers. The Siddhi came to know that Shivaji Maharaj has escaped the siege round Panhalgarh and proceeded to Vishalgarh. His army pursued Shivaji Maharaj. Shivaji Maharaj entrusted the responsibility of stopping Siddhi's army at the foot of Vishalgarh to Baji Prabhu Deshpande. Baji Prabhu Deshpande checked Siddhi's army at the Ghodh Pass near Gajapur. He fought with the greatest valor. Baji Prabhu died a hero's death in this battle. Because Baji Prabhu's army held Siddhi's army at bay, Shivaji Maharaj could proceed to Vishalgarh. While going to Vishalgarh, Maharaj also crushed the opposition of the Adil Shahi Sardars, Dalvi of Palwan and Surve of Shringarpur. Maharaj then reached Vishalgarh safely. While Shivaji Maharaj was trapped at Panhala, Aurangzeb, who had ascended the throne of Delhi, had sent Shahista Khan, a Mughal Sardar, to the Deccan. He had invaded the Pune province. The conflict with the Adil Shahi continued even as the Mughal army invaded the Swaraj. Maharaj then realized that it would not be sensible to fight two armies at one and the same time. Therefore, after reaching Vishalgarh safely, he entered into a treaty with the Adil Shah. As per the treaty, he returned the fort of Panhala to the Adil Shah. In this way, Shivaji dealt with the Adil Shahi power. Through all these events and incidents, we come to know how Shivaji struggled and laid the foundation of Swaraj. With this, we now come to the end of the chapter. In the next chapter, we will learn how Shivaji dealt with the Mughals. Thank you.